I'm jealous when other bitches, they be staring for too long. What for you say when I'm the one that takes you home? Yeah. I'm possessive, reckless when it comes to the things that I own. I have trust issues. I guess that's why I went through your phone. Yeah. Do you need me the way that I need you? Do you breathe me the way that I breathe you? Ain't that on my daddy issues? Ain't that on my daddy issues? I'm clingy, sorry if I call you like 10 times a day. I'm needy, want you to tell me everything is okay. Yeah. I'm selfish, want your attention in every kind of way. Every kind of way. I'm damaged goods, please be careful when unwrapping it. Yeah. Do you need me the way that I need you? Do you breathe me the way that I breathe you? Ain't that on my daddy issues? Ain't that on my daddy issues?
Yo, just pulled up to the Love Palace. Ain't no cap here, just facts and feels. D and KELLZ on the mic, we talking ships, all kinds. Pull up and unpack. Listen to friendships that held me down through the struggle. Companions who dipped when I stepped out the bubble. Family ties that tug, some tight, some frayed. But we lay it all out, let the truth get played. No judgment, just lessons on velvet chairs. We speak from the gut, raw love, stripped bare. Got a steed, got that glow like sage in the wind. Queen KELLZ hit the mic, truth spilling again.
Ships, we talk it, we walk it. No filters, just real. Love Palace, the spot where your soul can heal. All them ties, all those vibes, we ain't letting them drown. We lift ships up, never tear them down.
Situationships with benefits and blurred lines. Late night convos that redefine mind. Friend turns to foe, they turn to ghost. But we speak on it all, toast to the growth. Auntie vibes with a twist, drop gems in the mist. Got a palace full of wisdom, come get you a fix. Mic check, soul check, what's your connection? We the pulse of the people, every vibe gets a section. This ain't no gossip. This is gospel with glitter. A sanctuary for the stories they told you to bury. Let your voice rise. Let your pain breathe. Let your ship dock here.
Everyone.
On mute. We be on mute.
On mute.
On mute. On mute. Okay, Mer. Okay, y'all. Welcome back, everybody, to the ship. This is the let me look and see what episode. I believe it's the 44th episode of the ship.
Let's go.
We are sailing on down the water.
See this beautiful ship.
Man, you see this beautiful ship. So, here we explore friendships and relationships and partnerships and every shit that you can think of, right, in life. So, I am your wonderful host, Goddessy of Love.
And I am your girl, Queen KELLZ. And now on the ships, we just don't skim the surface, but we dive deep. And so today's conversation is very powerful and heavy, but it is necessary. So what we're going to talk about today? The absent father and its impact on the daughter. So get comfortable, lean in, and let's sail.
Y'all like that?
I'm ready.
Y'all like that? Okay. So we're gonna start off with defining. Okay, there's our title: The Absent Father, a Daughter's Silent Journey. So let's just pause right here. Well, not pause, but talk for a second. The reason why this subject came up was not only for us, because I definitely had daddy issues and still have a little bit of daddy issues. Let's just keep it a buck. And then we were surrounded by women that we seen things and we like, they got daddy issues. Like, just like we talked about the men last month in the mental health, last week, we're going to direct this towards the women and how the father can really make an impact when they're not there for the daughter. That's what we're focusing on.
Absolutely.
So we're defining the absent father. Look at him walking away.
Daddy, get your thank you. No. But you know what? Defining the absent father. Growing up without a father can deeply impact a daughter's development, affecting her relationship with others, her sense of self. The absent father can create a void that influences her interaction with her friends, her family, and also her romantic partner. Now, there are several ways to define the absent father, and there are types of absences that can affect the daughter differently. So one of those ways is the physical absence, right? This is the most straightforward definition. It occurs when the father is not physically a part of the child's life due to reasons like divorce, separation, death, or abandonment. A daughter in this situation may struggle with a deep fear of abandonment as she already experienced a significant loss of the parental figure. And this can lead to issues with trust and a consistent need for validation in future relationships.
Let me stop you right there. I think this was describing me. Well, as far as the divorce and everything, and then not having my father in the beginning, got a father figure, and then got divorced, and then I developed that fear of abandonment.
I could say that's the biggest one for me too, is that fear of abandonment, because I had that too. And then so that fear of abandonment one is hard to deal with because you really have trust issues with anyone after the fact.
Exactly.
You really don't trust whether you're gonna be here, whether you're gonna stay, and you're constant like, or what? How do you feel? Whether you love me, you gonna tell me you love me,
even in friendship.
Yep.
So it's not just romantic and family too, because that was your family. So then the next person that would take that void, if they're not around, you'd be like, you abandoning me too.
Yep. And then this is going into what I was just getting ready to say. The second part of this is the emotional absence. And so this type of absence is more subtle and can be just as damaging. An emotional absent father may be physically present, right, in the home, but is emotionally distant or unavailable or detached. And so what this looks like, this can lead to workaholicism, addiction, or a personal inability to express emotions or engage with his child. So the daughter with an emotional absent father may feel unseen, unheard, leading to low self-esteem and a belief that she isn't worthy of love or attention, and may seek out an emotionally unavailable partner in adulthood, repeating those same patterns.
Y'all can see us now. You're right, Kelly. That it all sort of gets the tying in with each other, right? The physical absence, but is it worse? Well, I'm not even gonna say. I can't give a category.
Yeah, I see where you was going. Though.
Yeah, like you have your dad there, but he's not there emotionally. Absent father.
Yeah, I get where you're going. You're trying to say which one is worse.
But
and
I get
the truth of the matter is they're both
right. Absolutely
bad, and I would say that one of them probably can weigh a little heavier. The one that I would say, the one that's physically absent, is probably the one that's kind of like, oh my gosh. But you probably could deal with it, the physical absent versus an emotionally absent.
Right, you're there, but you're not there, and that's really gonna play a part on the mental. Like the physical is gonna do that too, but it's wow.
But what about when you got both?
Right.
Like they do come around, but they don't. But they emotionally are there, but they're not.
So we're going to talk about these other two because I found these names very interesting. I was like, what? The Disneyland dad.
Oh.
Right? So this term describes a father who is physically present, often after a separation or a divorce, but only for fun, superficial activities. He avoids the difficult everyday responsibility of parenting, such as discipline, homework, help, or emotional support. While he might be seen as the fun parent, the lack of consistent supportive involvement can lead a daughter to feel that they can't rely on him in times of need. It also creates a screwed perception of relationships where she accepts men to be only for pleasure and not for stability. Boom. I forgot to put my mic drop. I think I put it on there. So what you think about that Disneyland? Now look, men, if this don't apply to you, don't be trying to find a loophole to make it apply to you, okay? Anyway, it's not male bashing. This is really about
the woman's issue,
the daughter,
the missing
right.
Like, and to get real, like if you are in your kid's life and you're being there, just check in with yourself too. Like, am I being in the right position for my child? Am I giving my child what she needs in these moments? Can they just come to me and talk to me? Because this one right here, I think that that's hard. Like when a person can show up for you for all the good things, but when you really need them the most, they're not there. So that really puts a weight on the relationship, because I could see this one, the Disneyland dad, the mom is gonna get the brunt of this one right here
Mhm.
because the daughter's gonna be like, my dad does this and my
All the
dad
fun
does this,
stuff,
and the
yeah.
mom's like, but wait, when you're sick, what
Mhm.
about when I take you to the doctor,
Mhm.
drive you to school, homework, what, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Now the daughter feels like, mom, you kind of take a back seat to dad, but that's not really stability.
And then, like it says, they grow up to expect men to be only for pleasure and not for stability with this Disneyland dad.
hmm I didn't have no Disneyland dad, but I sure had that problem. I ain't
No,
gonna
not for pleasure. No, I had to abandon. Okay, so I can't resonate with it. I just thought
I had like some of these like is going to touch on a lot of different points.
about
You know what I
it.
mean?
Right, right.
Because depending on the type of man that you're talking to, you know automatically, yeah, it's
Right.
pleasure. This is not something
Right.
that's going to be sustainable. So yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk about the overcritical or abusive. Trigger warning, be aware. A father who is overly critical, negative, or abusive, physically or emotionally, is also considered absent in a healthy, separative way. That's deep right there.
Supportive way,
In
yeah.
a supportive way. The type of presence could be more damaging than physical absence. It can cause a daughter to develop a skewed view of men and relationships, leading to issues with self worth and a tendency to attract partners who mirror this negative dynamic. Y'all hear this, ladies? Ladies, do y'all, I mean, me and Kelly's talked about how we in our life, so we're being transparent. I think she getting a little triggered when she do that right there. So
yeah, I really am triggered with this because here's the thing with that is most people think abuse as physical abuse. But emotional abuse is probably one of the worst because again, those emotional scars, you can't see what's going on behind that. And it doesn't have to be where somebody's cussing you out. It could just be somebody just constantly digging on your life, making you feel like you're not good enough or trying to make it seem like you're not doing enough when okay, were you there to show me how to be good enough? Were you there to implant that inside of me? Or this is just your logic that you're coming up with because now you have an opportunity to be a father. So in some of these ways, and this is with also parents that just come in and out of a child's life too. Like you don't necessarily have to be cussing me out, but you coming in and out, and then when you're coming in, you're overly critical or you're telling me how I could be doing things better. And then again, what happens? You go and you find a partner that does the same thing to you where they're constantly, well, why ain't you doing this? Or why can't you do this? Or why won't you do this? And it's like, wait a minute, what I am. But they may not see it like that. So yeah.
So a daughter's relationship with her father or lack thereof often sets the stage of how she views herself and her relationship with men in the future. We get into the nitty gritty. The absence of a father in any form can leave a void that she may try to fill through unhealthy behavior, such as promiscuity, how do you say promiscuity? Promiscuity, people pleasing, or deep rooted fear of rejection. Stop talking about me right now, not the promiscuity part. Okay.
That's a promiscuity. Yeah, we ain't no, we ain't promiscuous, okay? That's
Promiscuous girl. Okay, anyway. Who was it?
hey.
Okay, hey. Um, deep rooted fear of rejection. I have spoke to you about this, and I've even told you, girl, I had a fear of being rejected. Like I really just got really over this within, well, okay, I'll say 5 years. She had no idea. Like I had a deep rooted fear of rejection, and that was because I had daddy issues, separation. So an absent father can mean physical absent. And this could be a divorce, abandonment, incarceration, and even death. Emotional absence, like Kelly mentioned, a workaholic, emotionally distant, or present but disengaged. So here's some stats. In the US of A, nearly 1 of 4 children live without a father in the home. That's from the Census Bureau. The father's role is identity, self-worth, security, protection, and discipline. So, an example, a father may live in the home, but never interact with his child. This absence just cuts as deeply as physical absence. I don't know. That makes me feel some type of way. So you're here, but you're not even talking to me. We're not emotional.
But think about it, it's easy to happen though.
Oh,
When the mother's the one that's taking care of the brunt of the home and the dad just works. So you think about it. By the time you get home from school, mom is cooking dinner, getting things together, dad's at work. Then he comes in for work. He might want to spend some time to himself. So he may stay in the garage or stay in his car or be somewhere in the house where the kids don't really have access. By the time dad really comes into the house to interact with the family, it's time for you to go to bed.
yeah.
And so you think at a day on in and a day out, or dad's working late today, so you don't even really get to see him today. He might come and kiss you, maybe. Yeah. So it can happen in so many different ways. Like I could see how that could be a possibility. Or what if they got alcohol problems and they drink too much?
Yeah.
And so you much rather spend time with your alcohol, you know what I mean? And
as an adult,
man,
yeah, but
that's kind of my story too. Like, you know what I mean? Is the fact that the matter is that you work so hard and you think that you earn a drink when you get off of work. And so what you do, come in, give me a break, let me get my drink. Well, shit, by the time you're ready, you drunk. And then it's time for the kids to go to bed. You know what I mean? So, and then if you are on drugs, you really like, you ain't there.
yeah.
So, yeah.
So I really, really, really resonate with this next phrase. A girl may internalize, if my father didn't show up for me, why would anyone? I have said those words. I have spoke exactly those words. And it's like, now that I know what the power of words and through healing, like, girl, you was putting that out there to do that. And I'm not happy about it, because even when I was going through my divorce, I said that, of course you're going to leave. My father did. My stepfather, I said that to him. And he looked at me like, damn, girl, like, really? Is you really saying? Yes, I was. So this is serious, y'all. This is like I said, a discussion that we are doing. I was prompted to do some more inner child work, and I think this is part of it.
You know what? I just had the light bulb go off, because mine was the backwards of this, where it was like, I don't care if he didn't show up for me. That's probably why I was the one to get out of the relationship first. Like, I'm out. I'm not gonna give you a chance,
right,
to leave me, because I'm gonna leave myself. And because what we do know is most men in relationships, even when it's bad, they won't leave first. Yeah. Usually it's the woman. That's true. And so in my case, I wasn't gonna wait around, even though the relationship was toxic or bad. I wasn't gonna wait around. I'm out of here. My dad didn't say that. I don't expect you to be here either, so I'm just gonna be the one to leave. I'm not gonna let you give me that feeling. So we're just getting started, y'all. So after the break, we are going to talk about how a father's absence shapes a young girl's childhood development and confidence. So please, y'all, don't go nowhere. Stay with us here on the ship.
We'll be right back after this.
You don't start with a storm. You start with a whisper. That whisper had been riding in the back of your chest for years. It came when you couldn't explain why the world felt off, even when your bills were paid. What we are living through right now, this isn't a normal cycle. This is not politics as usual. This is not just inflation or climate or tension. This is a pressure cooker that's been heating for centuries. You didn't just wake up one day and become paranoid. You didn't start hoarding water and flashlights because you were bored. Something in your bloodline has been here before. Real faith don't walk blind. Real faith got its eyes wide open, feet grounded and its hands busy. Real faith doesn't just pray for rain, it builds irrigation systems. We pray for clarity but avoid structure. We want to be saved but not schooled. We've seen the game. We know the game. We know the way systems get rebranded and resold. We watch policies dressed up as progress. We've seen oppression served with a smile and wrapped in language that makes you feel guilty for not clapping. We are here to live well, to live free, to live rooted. We're not preserving life. We're designing legacy. We're not waiting for the smoke to clear. We're building while it rises. We're preparing in motion. We're not hoping. We're honoring strategically, spiritually, unapologetically. That's why this series exists. You ask yourself, why now? Because the clock on pretending struck midnight a long time ago, and the only reason people still playing dress up is because they think the sirens are a part of the soundtrack. And the time, it's not next season, it's not next year, it's now. What can you expect? How to protect your money, spiritual defense, food, water, and land, healing, community, moving, breathing, and praying differently. We made it this far. Now let's move it forward together. You already said yes. You already answered. You're already.
Welcome to Conversations That Protect.
Welcome to the rebirth.
Welcome to the war room.
Welcome to the blueprint.
Welcome to the moment where you finally said yes.
Let's move. And this time, we move ready.
Welcome to your journey home.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Ships. Make sure you come back here tomorrow. The Journey Home series, I'm finalizing my portion of what the author really means, and we're going to talk about discernment. So you make sure you come back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to wrap the author up, and then I'm going to send the journey on home to the next place, y'all. So y'all stay tuned to our series to see where it's going next, okay?
Yes, absolutely.
So now let's talk about how absence of the father shows up in the daughter's early age. Let me get us right. Y'all see that?
Look at that baby.
Look at that baby.
How you just leave your baby out here? What the hell is going on? No.
Oh, Kelly's funny.
I'll be triggered, y'all. And here's the thing: at least I know what my triggers are, and I
Yeah.
know what my triggers are enough not to lay them on anyone because I've grown through the years. These last 5 years really have been tumultuous for me in the growing phase. Like I really had to sit down with myself, and I really had to dig deep, and I really had to work with that inner child piece. And the last 3 months, 3 or 4 months,
Yeah.
I had a deep inner child revelation where it blew everything out of the water, and I was able to release. I'm still kind of working through some of these things, but I could see how the work that we're doing, giving to y'all, like we tell y'all, this ain't just for y'all. Y'all think we come on here and be like, here, this is about you. No. This we are having therapy sessions as we're talking to you. So
Right.
when you see us say we're triggered, just because we ain't cussing and doing all that, don't mean that we don't feel upset or mad about certain things. We just know how to handle them because we've worked through some of these things, so we know what they look like.
Mhm.
So when you're talking about the absence of a father, whether it is a physically or emotional, can significantly impact a child's development across multiple domains, including their psychological, their social, the academic well-being. The effects often long lasting shape their behavior and relationships well into adulthood.
Mm.
So then what this looks like when it comes out is mental health issues. Children without fathers are at higher risk of developing mental health problems such as depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. Then you get into the behavior problems. So studies show that the correlation between a father's absence and the increase of aggression or aggressive behavior, delinquency, and substance abuse. And then you get into that fear of abandonment and trust-based issues. You have those issues. A child who experiences the loss of a father, whether through death, divorce, or disinterest, may develop a deep-seated fear of abandonment. So that's what I'm saying. Like just recognizing what your triggers are. Because a lot of these, y'all see, I got aggressive behavior on here. Like y'all see it. I come on here and blah, 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 blah. And again, it's working through those things, noticing what your triggers are so that you can handle those things and bring yourself back to ground level. Right?
I think mine was, of course, the fear of abandonment and trust issues. Like, it was so hard to trust not only just the opposite sex, but just everybody. I was like, no. And I was like, it was hard to trust people. And it's like, how do you be open when every man in your life feel like they left you? So then you do have a fear of like opening up because they're gonna leave. That's what my mental was telling me.
Yeah.
I'm opening up. I'm gonna give you all this,
Mhm.
give you what I can, and you're gonna leave me. And unfortunately, I still have to go through that today. It is because it's still gonna happen. It's not because of me, but I know how to handle it different. So when I do have those abandonment issues, because once I trust you, I'm open, and then it's hard to have relationships when you have a fear.
Yeah. It is.
So then when you do that and it doesn't work, it sort of triggers you. And you like, oh my God, I gotta get my thoughts together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I knew this shit was gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mhm.
like,
And for me, mine was like I said, the aggressive behavior,
mhm,
the anxiety, and the substance abuse. I got into weed really heavy at it. And so like I think I was 12. Yes, I was. I still like it. But at that age I shouldn't have been into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I did. But again, that chops that up to now I understand why I was into it so heavily.
Right.
Because as soon as I got that feeling of anxiety because of my father was gone, it's like, oh, I'm smoking away. Oh, no, I'm gonna just and just being having anxiety all the time because, like you said, I don't think that I was so much of like I said, they're going to leave me. So
Mhm.
much of it was just like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like you're waiting for somebody to say something or do something that's going to trigger that moment.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That feeling for you to be like, I'm out of here. So yeah.
Yeah. So it also, and when a father leaves the daughter, it can also affect academic and education outcomes. So they have a lower academic achievement. Children that have the absent father homes are more likely to have lower academic performance, including lower grades and test scores. This is true. Unfortunately, reduced cognitive skills. So research has shown that we're going to say women, daughters, who with involved fathers tend to have better cognitive and social skills. And a father's unique style of play and interaction can definitely stimulate a child's development. in ways that differ from the mothers. I can agree with that. Self-esteem issues. Girls without fathers struggle with identity and feel less worthy of love. I'm gonna come back. The daddy hugger. It sounds like a meal or something. I don't know. The daddy hugger concept consists craving for male approval and attraction. That's why it sounds like a meal. Because you have a constant craving for male approval and affection. Emotional behavior and patterns. Clinginess, rebellion, poor grades, or perfectionism to earn love. Examples. A girl who constantly seeks validation from a male teacher or coach. Am I doing this right? Did I do this right? Man, okay.
Girl, I ain't even gonna say what I have.
Another who acts out in school for attention. Because even negative attention feels like recognition. Whew.
That's a lot right there.
It was. I took a breath. I had to take a breath.
I had a whole coach I was gonna date.
Y'all hear that, everybody?
I'm just, hey, it is what it is. Like I did in high school, I had a whole coach that wanted to date me, and I was willing to go that far. And then I had people that was like, "You better not. You know that ain't right." And they had to tell the coach too, like, "You, what the hell is you doing? That don't even make no freaking sense." But again, it stems from daddy issues. Also, wanting to date older men. I don't know if we might get into talking about that, but that's one thing that I've always like. I love older men. Like I don't want to date nobody my age. Yeah, now at my age that I am now, looking at somebody older, people like, you would date somebody
she's
that
clicking
older?
that up. Click that up, cause no.
I would date somebody older, but then this kind of speaks to those daddy issues where you're seeking that validation. And mine wasn't necessarily the validation, it was the love part or trying to overperform for that love part. That's what it was for me is I just wanted to feel the love part of the father. And why I kind of leaned more toward older men is was that father feeling.
Yeah.
Not so much I wanted them to be my dad or any. It was
Right.
like the feeling of the protection and the providing and just the things that a father would do kind of was mixed in there. So yeah, it really goodness, it really does lead to certain things. But then when we get into everything else, are we want to fix things? You know, you want to make things better, but it was challenging. I will say it. So now when we talk about social and relational challenges, difficulty with relationships. So the absence of a father can create a distorted view of relationships, particularly with men. A daughter may seek validation from a male figure in unhealthy ways, leading to promiscuity or a tendency to enter into a dysfunctional relationship, right? And then you have social adjustment. So children without fathers may have more difficulty with social adjustment, making them more prone to problems with friendships. Why I beat my friends up. The lack of social skills, social and emotional regulation. This is it. The need to build and maintain healthy relationships with their peers. So this really speaks to me all the way. So that adjustment, it was hard for me.
Yeah.
Very hard. And then it was like again the trust issues. We come back to that trust part, and it's like I didn't have trust issues, and let the friends do you wrong or be. I'm right here. It's unhealthy. I don't even have that bond with my father. So where do you think you get that? You know.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why I stayed single so long is because I did have daddy issues with. I always thought that I wasn't worthy of the love because of the rejection too. So when I got my divorce, I didn't really get in a relationship. Y'all know that. Like I haven't really been in a solid relationship since that. And that is the work that I have to do, because that's just one of the reasons. It's not the main reasons, but there's other work that I did. But I can see how this plays a part in me diving back into my inner childhood. Because it's like, okay, D, do you still feel this way? I know I made an announcement last week that I would start dating. I want to start dating. So that shows that there's some growth there. You know what I'm saying? But when I really sit here and think about it, for years, because of the rejection of having daddy issues and them, me opening up and then leaving me, stopped me from dating. Yeah.
And the thing is that you will always have a fear of that.
Right.
And I think that's in any relationship. You gotta be open to the fact that there is the option of getting hurt.
Yeah.
Just being in any type of relationship. And I
Right.
know that we say we don't want that, but you kind of are risking that every time you get out here and you meet somebody new and you're looking to be in the relationship. That's kind of what it is.
Yep.
So if I can kind of give just some cultural tie-in movies where the father is a positive role.
Mm-hmm.
You have movies like The Lion King where Mufasa is teaching Simba the responsibility, right? You have movies like Will Smith, The Pursuit of Happiness, where he had his devotion to his son and what that looks like.
Yeah.
Right? You got music on one hand where I love Luther Vandross, Dance with My Father, and He Don't Play.
Okay.
So it's like these are things that reinforce what a positive male role model looks like. And then I don't want to take away from the fact that there are a lot of men that are in their children's life. What we see on the news and on social media, these are it will lead you to believe that Black men are not in their children's life when they are.
Oh
more
yeah.
often.
This is like
than
I said,
none.
no, this is not to dig on y'all to say
Mhm.
this is strictly for the women like ourselves that had daddy issues.
Mhm.
So see how the absence of the father shapes the child, the daughter in the early ages of a young girl's life. But what happens when she grows up and starts navigating friendships and family bonds? Stick around, because after this break, we're going to dig into that on this after this minute.
I was born with a fire kiss, tongue like truth, breathe like mist. I carry lifetimes in these hips and prayers inside my wrist. They said I'm too much, too wild, too free, but baby, I was never meant to be. Quiet, tame, contained, I am so
where
untamed.
worlds become portals and the soul becomes I'm Alicia Dion, and this is Soul. Blessing you. What is meant for you
I am
is
so
already in motion.
slowly.
Let's see where it leads.
Magic in my skin, healing while you hold me.
The cards are just
Say my name, feel the shift begin. Alicia Yeti on soul work within. Soul work within. I read stars with my fingertips, found heaven in the curve of my lips. My voice, a spell you can't forget. I bloom in shadows, no.
Welcome back, everybody.
Come back.
What you think about that Alicia Dion?
Well, we doing the soul work right now. Every show is a soul work. I'm gonna just say that right there. And I'm grateful the fact that we have women that we could talk through our struggles with and share our struggles without being judged. You know, having a group of ladies that you can really depend on is powerful. It's a thing. There's a thing about when you collaborate and you feel the love is there and it's genuine. It's amazing. Y'all better come get that soul work.
subscribe to Alicia Dion because it's COC. Ooh, I
All
better not
day.
throw
We hitting people up.
COC. Y'all, collaboration over competition all the time, including the network. Don't get it twisted.
Do not.
Okay, let's go.
Yes,
All right, let's go back into our subject, Kim.
yes, yes. The impact. So
Yes.
we're talking about.
We're
the
gonna go
impact,
ahead.
right?
Let me get us right.
Now,
Let
you
me get
got
it right. Get it
got
tight.
I love that water.
Yeah.
Oh, we diving all the way into the impact on friends, family, and relationships.
Mm.
The whole thing, you know. So, since we're diving into what the impact is, trust issues, right? A daughter who didn't have a father around may struggle with trust issues, making it difficult to form deep, lasting bonds with others. They might consistently test people for fear of abandonment, as they have already experienced a significant form of abandonment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's get into the relationship with men, what it does. So, for many, the father is the daughter's first male role model. I'll jack that up. Let me try that again.
You said it right.
I know I did, but let's go. For many, the father is the daughter's first male role model. Without that positive example, again, without that positive example, a girl may have a skewed perception of men. This can lead to either seeking out partners who are emotionally unavailable, partners that mirror their father's abuse or absence,
Mm.
or become overly dependent on the partner for validation and stability.
Mm.
Then we get into what it does to a daughter's self-esteem. A father, a father's role is often included in providing a sense of security and validation. So when that's missing, the daughter may struggle with low self-esteem or feelings of unworthiness.
Mm.
And then you know what she does? She may look for external validation to fill that void. And what this means is that she may become overly attached to friends, fearful of abandonment, or distant or guarded. I know that was me, distant or guarded. Within the family, misplaced anger towards mom or
Mhm.
siblings is common.
Mm. I think I was the overly attached friendships. That's why I thought I had a lot of friendships.
Mhm.
You feel me? Because
Yeah, yeah.
that makes sense, don't it?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's a friend. That's
Yeah,
for,
yeah,
no, it's not
yeah.
your friend. But yeah, so
Yeah,
this
dang,
is really
yeah.
yeah.
Because I'm the distant and guarded
Yeah.
one. You'd be like, hey, why would you be
I'd
coming
be like,
over?
oh, they're so nice.
I
They're
said,
so
I'm
sweet.
not fucking with him. Not at all. So examples of this is a daughter blaming her mother for the father's absence. I'd send my mom to the freezer about this.
Mm.
Literally. Because even
Mm.
though my mom would be like, you don't know what's going on.
Mhm.
You don't have no idea. You don't know. And I'd be like, how you know my dad is, loves me. You made her run away. She may idolize her friendships. This is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Expecting friends to fill an
An
emotional
void, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah. Oh man, this is this. Yeah, golly, daddy issues. Shoot, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
that's crazy.
yeah. So now let me go ahead and get into this part of it because this is important. We still got Alicia Dion going down. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Alicia Dion because it was still down there. The Vine said keep that up there. They need to know.
Word. Get your soul work on.
Get your soul work on. But like I said, we're gonna talk about the impact a romantic relationship. Y'all see that picture? Y'all
They don't
see
even
that?
want to drink their wine.
She got her back turned. The absence of a father could profoundly shape a daughter's romantic relationships in adulthood. The father daughter bond is often, like you said before, a girl's first and most influential relationship with a man. And when it's missing or dysfunctional, it can set the stage for a variety of challenges.
Say that again. When it's what?
When it's missing or dysfunctional, it can set the stage for a variety of challenges. One, you're going to seek validation and a fixer mentality. Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A daughter who grew up with an absent father, especially in an emotional distant one, may have deep subconscious need for male validation. And this manifests as dating emotionally unavailable men. She may be drawn to partners who are emotionally distant or inconsistently mirroring the relationship she had with her father. She might unconsciously believe that if she can fix or earn this man's love, she will finally heal the childhood wound of not being seen or loved by her father. We
Trigger.
gonna breathe.
Bow. 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 Bow again. Like, hold on. Bow. Is it bow?
I don't know if y'all
I
can hear
don't know, but if you heard that bow.
that.
Cause okay. We digress.
People please. To avoid abandonment, she might become overly accommodating, sacrificing her own needs and boundaries to keep a partner happy. This often leads to unbalanced and unfulfilling relationships. Now, here we go, y'all. We're going to talk about it. Using sex for validation. For some, the search for love and attention may lead to using physical intimacy to feel worthy and desired. This can be a subconscious attempt to fill the emotional void left by a father who didn't provide the sense of being cherished. Women may seek men who marry their absent father, unavailable, inconsistent, or even toxic. The opposite. You build walls, rejecting vulnerability, saying, I don't need anyone.
Yep, that's me.
This creates cycles of broken relationships, repeating patterns of abandonment. We have examples. A woman who tolerates mistreatment because deep down she believes that is what love feels like. Unstable. Another avoids intimacy altogether. Don't touch me. Feeling of being hurt again. Now, there's the music that reflects these type of behaviors. Mary J. Blige, Not Gonna Cry.
Oh, I'm not gonna cry.
Keisha Cole, Love.
Yep.
And then we have movies that highlight romantic impact of father's wound. Man, Tyler
That's my
Perry's
favorite
Daddy's
movie.
Little Girl.
That's one of my favorites.
It shows the struggle of the absent father and waiting to excel. Women struggling with men. Romantic relationships can easily expose the father wound. So after the break, we're going to zoom in and talk out about history. This is going to be good. How the role of fathers has been shifted in society. We got to talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it, y'all. We're gonna talk about it. But listen.
Oh, You right. After this break, look,
Look, because I'm a jump.
I'm still triggered.
I'm triggered too.
Let
I'm
me
like, keep
let,
on
let
going.
us let us take a break,
Take 5.
okay?
Dear friend, can we talk? You ever hold something inside you so long it starts to rot? A truth fermented in silence. This ain't about closure, it's about honesty. When I do with harmonies, yeah. Dear friend, can we talk? Can I pour this truth like wine? I'm for the ache I've locked inside for such a long, long time. Dear friend, can we talk before the silence swallows it whole? I need you to know I tried, I cried, I'm here, I'm home. I tried, I cried, I'm here, I'm home. Light extremely true, should have snapped or piano, internet delivery. There were nights I wrote you letters, tore them up before the dawn. Pages heavy with forgiveness, but too late to right the wrong. You weren't a villain.
Welcome back, everybody. We need a dear friend. Can we
Dear
talk?
friend, can
Yeah.
we talk?
Oh, listen. Make sure you listen to her, but listen.
Hey, that
Make
EP
sure-
is coming out.
Yes, our EP is coming out. Look for that. And make sure you get ready to tune in. The next series that we're gonna be having, that's gonna be that dear friend. It's gonna be good, y'all. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be over at Blended Healing. So you make sure you subscribe over there, hit the notification button so you know when it's going down.
Man, and I
Okay.
got some friends, y'all.
Kelly, so
Yeah, I got it, y'all.
now let me get it right, get it tight, get it right.
Get it right, get it tight.
All right.
Historical perspective, huh?
We're just gonna spend a little bit of time on this, and we're not gonna keep you too much longer. We're gonna talk about the historical perspective because this is good right here.
Mm-hmm. So, throughout much of human history, the family structure has always been vital unit for societal stability. The father's role was traditionally that of a provider, the protector, and the moral guide. The model, while often rigid, emphasized the importance of two-parent households for raising children and transmitting values. Now, in the past, the father was seen as the protector, the provider, the moral compass. Community praised strong two-parent households, right? But then this shifted in between 1970s and the 80s, where the welfare system sometimes penalized families for having the men in the home. And then now today, it's more acceptance of a single motherhood is even glamorized.
Yeah.
So you look at some of the things that I'll use to tie this in. So you have music celebrating family structures, which is the Temptations, right? And in there, it was Papa was a Rolling Stone. If y'all remember that song,
Wherever he laid his hat was his home.
it
Where did
shows
he go?
the pain of absence.
He left me
Right.
was alone. Okay, sorry. Couldn't help
And
it.
then you have movies showing the need for fathers historically. Boys in the Hood, Furious style of teaching his son.
Yeah, he did a good job teaching his son. And even though those parents did not live in the same household, they still
make sure.
co-parent.
Yeah,
That's important.
it is. It's very
That's
important. It's
important.
vital,
Mhm.
really, to a relationship. You don't have to be together like in today, the way we're talking about in the 70s, 80s. The system is kind of what broke us apart from having that nuclear family. And so the thing is that even if you don't have that nuclear family, it is still, um, you can still make it work by co-parenting. You can still be there for your children and still be there for the other parent too, in ways that help you and your children grow. So it's possible.
Yes. So now we're going to fast forward to these times that we just love so much, y'all.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
This is, of course, you're going to laugh at me because you know I be want to talk about this. Not in a negative way, but I be with the men on it.
Yeah,
We're going to talk about they don't need a man syndrome.
I can't say that I've ever been there where I'm like, I don't need it.
I've never, no, not there. Like, yeah.
But I've been, I can do that all by myself.
It's facts on that. So, in contrast of what Kelly was talking today, in modern society, that's been a shift in this whole perspective. The I don't need a man mentality, often fueled by feminist movements and greater emphasis on female independence, celebrates a woman's ability to be self sufficient without a male partner. Wow, this shift has empowered many women to pursue careers and personal goals. It has also minimized the unique and valuable role of a father, the role the father plays in a child's life. Fact. Critics of this viewpoint argue that while a woman can certainly provide for her family, we know that a father's emotional and psychological contributions are distinct and essential for a child's healthy development. The presence of both the mother and the father figure provides a child with balanced understanding of different roles and relationships. Now, don't get it twisted. Independency is healthy, but rejecting men entirely can harm future generations. I gotta say this again because I feel like the spirit said, "Go ahead and preach." Independence is healthy, but rejected men entirely can harm future generations. Period. The mindset often comes from pain, abandonment, betrayal, or disappointment. The challenge that we have, the challenge that our people have, the challenge that we have is teaching daughters balance, strength with open. So, things in today's society, songs that promote independence, of course, Destiny's Child. Independent.
Independent, throw your hands up,
Had all the world
yeah.
singing that. Now, I'm guilty of this one. TLC, no scrubs.
I'm
Because
like,
I really don't want to scrub.
I don't either. And I was like, this
Can't
was
get
a
no
good,
love from
this
me.
CD was this
Yes.
album was the album.
I'm just saying.
No,
I still love y'all, man.
scrub.
Hey.
Hanging on the side of your best friend's ride.
Time to Miami. Okay. Anyway, and movies like Set It Off. Women relied on each other. Mistrust of men. Waiting to excel. They brought this up too. Independence after heartbreak. So, I want y'all to think about something. Independency is power, but connection is healing.
CLC all day.
Man. Daughters may grow up confused, hearing, "You don't need that man. You can do it by yourself. I did." And you still gonna crave the love, ladies. Period. Whew, that was a lot, Kel.
Man, it is. So this don't need a man mindset has shaped the whole generation. But healing is still possible, right?
It is.
So we want to talk about ways to heal that father wound.
I'll do this after the break.
We can do this after the break.
All right, y'all. We'll be back, okay?
We'll be right back.
She rooted in the rhythm of the trees. Talk sweet pork, calm like teas. Queen KELZ with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plant to plate, she walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, this ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow. Yeah, she dropped that lemon balm in the brew. Talk to the leaves like they kinfolk too. From seed to sip, it's alignment work. Holistic hands, love laced in dirt. Queen KELZ, that soul on the rise. She don't sell dreams, she real with the vibes. Got jars on the shelf like blessings in glass. Reminding your spirit to slow down fast. No rush, just rhythm. She the pause in the system. Where the world wanna numb, she say feel. That's the kind of magic that heals for real. In the rhythm of the trees. Talk sweet pork, calm like teas. Queen KELZ with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plant to plate, she walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, it's ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow.
I hope y'all got caught up in the wave. Either you did or you didn't. It's okay. We back though. We back. Go ahead and check out my channel.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say that right there.
Let's go holistic royalty by KELZ. I'm bringing everything from eating to yoga to just total overall holistic healing. So please tune in, get them subscribers up. I want to go live. Right now I can only go live on my laptop, so we might do something there. But come on, get those subscribers up so we can take a day in the life and walk outside with me so you can see the things that I do every day. So tap in, y'all.
Let's go. I couldn't have said it better myself. So now we want to leave you with tools for hope and healing. Let me get it set up, y'all. The tools for hope and healing, y'all.
We're talking about hope and healing.
Move forward and start healing.
Let's go.
Right? So while the impact of an absent father can be a powerful force, it's not an unbreakable destiny. I like that. The key is to heal. The key to healing lies in self-awareness and intentional work. This intentional work includes self-reflection. The first step is to acknowledge and understand the patterns stemming from your fatherhood wound. You can do this by journaling, self-help books, coming to Daily Dose of D, blended healing, the ships,
all that,
and how these conversations can help identify those behaviors. Therapy. A mental health professional can provide a safe space. I have done this.
Me too.
So I understand this work, the pain of the absence of a father, especially when I went through the divorce that triggered the childhood trauma. I really went to therapy. Build a support system. You feel me? Get you some COC. Surround yourself with healthy, supportive friendships, both male and female, can help the woman learn what a true reciprocal relationship looks outside of romantic content.
So hold
Let's
on, wait,
go.
before you go any further, because men say that women can't have male friends.
We can.
Where does this come from? If this is telling you this is what we need so that we can
That's
see
a whole
both
nother
parts
show,
of it, get your healing. Because that self-esteem work need to be done because we need each other,
Facts.
male and female, as friends. Yeah, I get that we have some raggedy men and women out here. I do, but for a really healthy friendship to have to show what it looks like to have, and we're pretty good about that now.
Yeah.
We have men that really do support us, that lean in, that give us
Right.
their points of view. They care about us, so we get to see the love and care. So
I be
I
running
just-
to when my heart get broke. Okay,
Right.
anyway, confronting the pain is another last thing.
Mhm.
It's crucial to grieve the loss of their relationship she should have had. Man, this is true. This is part of this childhood work. When I tell you I was boo-hoo-hooing, man,
Yeah.
this can be painful, a painful process. But
Mhm.
it's necessary to move forward and build a future not detected by past wounds. Here's some affirmation. You know how we do.
Mhm.
I am worthy of love, even if my father was absent. Period. Clock that. T. I release the past and create space for healthy connection.
Man, that's good. That's good. Because you shouldn't let the wounds from your past dictate where you're going now. You should be on a road to healing. And the thing is when you look at yourself, if you're going through pain and you do have children, don't you think that you should heal to be able to help your children heal? Because guaranteed, some of this stuff fell off on my children too. And they've had to do work because of me. Not just necessarily because a father was missing. Yeah, my husband's passed now, but there was work that I've laid on my children that I should have done because my father was gone, but I didn't understand. But going through what I've gone through therapy. I have support groups. I do have women that I can go to, and I have men that I can go to. So it kind of completes the whole overall what I needed growing up as well. So it meets those needs. So this conversation was so deep, sis.
It was.
I hope somebody out there felt seen today.
Yes, healing is possible, y'all. You may not have control over your father's absence, ladies, but you have the power over your healing. So, thank you for sailing with us on the ship. Until next time, family. Stay anchored in love. And you know what? We're going to leave you as something that's going to really help you just be calm and relaxed. That's coming soon. Let me get us right. Get us tight. Let's get us
right
back
inside.
on this right here. Okay?
It's
That's
coming.
not right. We ain't right. There we go.
There we go. Hey.
We want y'all to come back. We want to talk about this Q&A. Ladies,
Daddy
I would
issues.
like for you guys to hit the pad up, please.
Daddy. And here's, like we said before, this ain't to dig on people. It's recognize what your triggers are. Dive deep into them. Call them up to the surface. Yes, it hurts. The healing does not feel good, y'all. Not all the time. There's some areas where you could probably heal fast. Then there's some areas that actually take work. It takes you crying. It takes you going to therapy. It may take you talking to somebody professional to help you grow out of that. And it's okay. We are here for you. So come back and let's have this conversation.
Right. And make sure this next promo I show y'all get ready to tap into this because it's going to calm all that down. Okay. So we'll see y'all come back. We did go a little over because this is the subject. So let's see. I'm going to say 8:35. Okay. Yeah. Let's do 8:35. Eastern Standard Time, my Mountain Standard people. Okay, so that's 6:35. Okay, and let's have a conversation. Okay, so peace and love to everybody. We'll see you soon.
Baby, come back.
Thinking, baby, you don't know the world a damn thing. Light up, lavish light. I've been moving too fast, running low on grace, feeling heavy, but I found my space. Lavender dreams in a smoky swirl, this moment mine, forget the world. No stress in my chest when I take this hit. These herbs ain't just pretty, they legit. Tobacco free, just clarity, and I ride this flame like therapy. Lavish life, lavish life. Glowing gold in the quiet night. Smooth fire make me feel just right. Lavish life, lavish life. Lavish light, lavish light falls. I breathe deep and I claim my life. No rush, no fight, just vibes. Lavish life, lavish life, lavish life. And we let the whole truth flow. Friendship, situationship, love in all directions. We don't judge the heart, we just honor its reflection. Lay it down, baby. Speak your soul. Let it be real. This ain't therapy. This is truth dressed in silk robes. This is soul talk over incense and eye contact. This is Sheeps at the Love Palace, where love always gets a seat at the table.